And Lindo, it was always going to be a brief appearance, but there is significant movement. Brief appearance, but significant movement in as far as the overall case is concerned.
That's right, Tulas. We were expecting quite a short one in terms of the indictment that was supposed to be read to the suspects. But as we understand it, there has been some development, particularly coming from the accused themselves. You know them to have been vocal in the past couple of times appearing in court. This is their third appearance. And one of the things that came out of court today was that accused number 3 and 2 say that they're being tortured and they're being assaulted inside, the prison, the confines of some of the prisons that they are held into. And one of the things that they have tried to, do is to get help from some of the counsels. But of course, number 4, the accused number 4 is one who has changed his legal representative. He says that he was being forced to actually admit to killing Senzo, and he maintains that Senzo Meyiwa was not killed by him and was not part of those that killed Senzo Meyiwa. So he says that he's now taking legal aid. So quite a few developments now, but the big one is the fact that the date for the pre-trial of this case has been set by the magistrate. He said that the 19th of July, later this year, there will be that particular advancement in terms of the case, and that's going to be at the Palmbridge, High Court, or the High Court in Palmbridge, as you rightfully put it. But of course, those are the proceedings, and those are some of the decisions and rulings that were taken today. So there is some form of movement as far as the case is concerned.
Right. And Lindo, this is a case that, whenever there's an appearance of these suspects, the legal technicalities and some drama is always guaranteed. The last time, we'll remember that there was this issue about the accused standing in the dock, and at some point they were refusing to do that, saying that they had absolutely nothing to do with the killing of Senzo Meyiwa and therefore would refuse to stand in the dock. And this time around, you are saying the drama centered around the issues of legal representation and allegations of torture and allegations that one of them is being compelled to make a confession. One can only imagine the toll all of this is having on the family of Senzo Meyiwa. What have they had to say?
Well, we spoke to them just a few moments ago, Tulas. In fact, they are still within the precinct here, but their concern is that they had a visit a couple of months ago from Minister of Police, Begitwele, to say that there is a mastermind that is behind all of this, despite the 5 suspects being in front of court. But one of the things they are saying is that they were expecting that when it came to today, that mastermind would have been apprehended, since it was just a couple of months that the minister visited and gave them that information. But unfortunately, at this stage, they are saying that they are concerned about that. They are, of course, expressing that they are happy with the fact that the case is proceeding. But one of the things they are saying is that they want to see the mastermind before court before that trial continues. But one of the things you spoke about was some of the complications around the legal representatives, the suspects not wanting to take a stand or be inside the dock. But one of the things I can certainly tell you that encourage all of this somewhat good behavior today is the fact that the last time that my colleague was here, Masego Rahlaka, was in court, the magistrate was quite firm in saying that the next time they do not pick a legal representative, he will be forced or compelled to move forward with the case. And you see that there has been an advancement in terms of some of those representatives that they've elected. But as far as the family is concerned, they still want to see the person that is being called the mastermind behind all of this ordeal. They want to see them before court, especially before the trial proceeds on the 19th of July.
And did we see any of those printed T-shirts that they previously wore, Lindo Guhle, with messages printed on them about the case and their insistence that they are not guilty of the crimes with which they are charged?
Well, I can tell you, Tulas, that it was quite a strict day. Even some of our colleagues were not able to put in their cameras because of how much they had managed this particular courtroom. And I can tell you that the many people, the majority of people inside that court were in fact authorities. But there is a bar between us who are sitting at the gallery and, of course, our camera colleague who are sitting on the other side viewing all of these things. And I'll ask my colleague Didiro to give me a note if he saw any of the T-shirts being written about the case? Did we see any messages written on the T-shirts of the suspects? Well, the sheikh there to us off the camera certainly tells you that there was none of that today, but I can tell you the vocal part of this coming from the suspects themselves was that one of the suspects, which is accused number 4, is the one that was announcing exactly why he did not want to be represented by his former representative and had elected to in fact choose legal aid, and that was because he said that he was being forced to admit to something he doesn't want to. So that's as far as I can tell you on what came out of the suspect. But as far as the T-shirts are concerned, Tiro says that there hasn't been such a thing today.
Yeah, not only does it say that, Lindo, we actually saw it very creatively live on air. I always appreciate your ways of trying to do things in an unorthodox fashion, Lindo Guhle Xulu there.